I turned my mic off. Can you hear me now? I had my mic, I forgot to turn my mic on. There you go. I turned on the camera, but not the mic. Hi, Mom. Hi, Karen. Can you hear me now, guys? Sorry about that. Hi, Ellen. We are going to make a, there I am. Yes, I am. Oh, happy hump day. Right? If that's the worst thing that happens this evening during this live, we're great. So we're going to use the box tonight, the birthday box. I am possibly going to use this die from the from Christopher's Sentiments. I don't think it's in stock, but I may use this tonight. But we are going to go ahead and use the No Day But Today stamp set. I'm going to use the theater icons. I love this box. If you have not looked at it or got it, it's so full. I mean, there's so much stuff. On top of card bases, you get all of this, You know, there's three stamp sets, a whole pad of paper, a die set, you know, 2 stencils, some glitter, an embossing powder, you know, card bases. There's so much stuff. So we're going to use part of that tonight. So I think, but we're going to start by doing some ink blending. I need to grab a piece of paper because that's the one thing I didn't have done. I wasn't 100% sure what I wanted to do tonight to start. And then, because I kind of played around a little bit with this, I spent the weekend, I went to surprise some girlfriends crafting, and I got there. My one friend who is always there wasn't there, and I was there for a little bit, and I got tired, and so I came home, and so I didn't get a lot done this weekend. So I am looking forward to doing that. I'm going to get to see my mom this weekend and my sister, my baby sister. So this is the Perfect Blend cardstock. We're going to make a rainbow background to start just because I love rainbow colors. And we're going to do what I like to do, which is 3 colors. Because not everyone has all the space. You picked up an order today and the dance stencil was in my bag, and now Time Warp is stuck in my head. There you go. So I want to figure out a way. I'm going to isolate just one of them and make it fun because my daughter's a dance teacher. She teaches ballroom dancing, and she's a huge musical fan. So I want to make her a card just to pick me up. So we're going to use three inks, and I always use Simon Hurley because they're my favorite. You finally remembered to your monthly. Oh, yes, you did, Ellen. I just texted somebody else and said they should add theirs to their that to it so that they could enter their card into it. Because I know people sometimes forget. I need to maybe post that again. So it's a fun challenge because as long as you use something that's kind of fantasy, whether it's a mermaid or an alien or something like that, or a dragon, it works. So you are opening your order ASAP tonight. Is it this order, Tina, that you're getting? The birthday box? Is that what you got? Or what did you get? Enlighten us. So we're just going to start. I always start with yellow. Tim Curry. It's funny because Tim Curry, the first movie I ever saw Tim Curry in was Clue. And I watched that movie with my sisters and brother. I don't know how many times in one weekend. And that is the movie that I had fallen in love with him with to start. But yes, he's awesome. So, the rainbow card you made with the little butterfly stamp might be my favorite rainbow card. Well, thank you. That was a really fun one. I have been thinking about this box and making some rainbow cards with it. You watch Clue at least twice a year. It's been a while. I think this would be a fun one to stamp the rainbow, the notes in rainbow, or with this, the musical notes. I think it would be fun to stamp the face masks out in a line and color them in a rainbow order. I just think it's so fun. So yay for the mic. The mic as in the mic in my stamp set, or Tina, me too. Me too. I had to, yes, all of it. I mean, and then I ended up getting 2 extra bottles of the Chroma Mists because Jessica talked me into them during her live on Saturday because I wanted them before, and they actually came the day before my box, if that's funny, if you can believe that. So I ordered 2 of the paper pad because my kids were both in plays and I want to use that for theirs. But this is great because it's musicals, it's plays. You know, you can make I mean, I know tons of people don't go to the movies anymore, but you could make use this for the tickets and the movie camera and the clapboard and make a gift card holder to someone with a gift certificate to the movies. You got those chromas too? Yeah, they're awesome. You wanted the birthday money? Oh, yeah. Ellen, that is true. That is true. I kind of saved for this one because I knew what was coming, and I had to with my, like I said, with my kids and all that. The nice thing is that everything is available separately. So if there's just one thing you specifically want, you know, you can get those. You know, whether it's the stencils or the paper or, like you said, the chromas, the stamp sets. One of the stamp sets that I think is a must-have is the Encore, which we're going to use tonight, because it adds so much with the other stamp set we had. Is it Encore? Let me pull it up, make sure I got it right. Yes, Encore with sheet music. Sheet music came out in the Christmas box, and I think that that's perfect. So my kids' lives were very, 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 very much involved in show choir, play, music, choir. They were in band for a while. And so I am actually, they've been out of school for a while, but my very good friend is the instructor at school and he is the musical teacher, and I am going to make him a thank you card. Walter, I think sheet music is great and Encore is a perfect addition for it. We're going to use them both tonight. So I haven't figured out how to use Brutus Bucks, but now have figured it out and got to use them. There you go. That's awesome. Yeah, it took me a while to figure it out too. You have to be logged out. I just put my blue right into the red ink pad, you guys. Oh well. But you have to be logged out so that it doesn't qualify for everything. But it will work. When it works, it's great. So your daughter was a dance and then competition dance all through high school, and now she does K-pop dance and got to perform on stage with the K-pop. That's awesome. My daughter also was on a dance team. She was on a drill team, which we call it drill team, but it would be competitive dance. They did pom, prop, little bit of hip hop, never at competition. They did, like I said, a proper team, and military is what ours was. And so prop, they obviously would have something to dance with. One year she danced with old school discs. They had to lift them up and down over the head and dance on them. One year they danced with big wooden fences and hats. They were cowgirls. And then the one year they brought back an old routine. I mean, it made it new, but and they were these big teeter-totters that look like anchors. And they did like a sailor routine and they won. Thank you, Kelly. I've been blending a long time. And then her last year, it was really funny. They're called Isis wings because, you know, Isis isn't that the one who flew close to the sun? And they were huge. Like when she put her hands, you can't see me, but way over her head, the wings went all the way down and around, and they came out wrapped. I'm showing you. Penny probably could see me. No, I don't have my camera on. Oh, connection lost. Hold on. Hold on. Can you guys see me yet? It says connection lost. Are we reconnected? Okay. Yep. Okay. I just wanted to make sure. It just said connection lost. Melissa, it was great. I mean, it was so fun for their plays, and they won, she won numerous state championships and things like that. So hi, Christy. How are you? You just got home. You feed the dogs, but you're still listening. I sent you a message, Christy. Okay. Have to check your private messages. Awesome. Thank you. Good, good, good. Next, we're going to go ahead. Somebody who said that, you know, blending paper is everything. The cheaper the paper, the harder it is to blend. A lot of times I don't even use blending brushes anymore. I just happen to they were sitting out. A lot of times I use the dome foams. I like those for when I'm doing a full panel. But tonight I just went rolled with those. So, and the Simon Hurley inks blend perfectly together. So here's the sheet music stamp set. This came with the Christmas box, the traditional trimmings box. So we're going to grab that out. And I got to go in here and grab it. Here is the new Encore stamp set. This one is landscape. So like I said, it's the perfect addition to this stamp set. Melissa, that is that's true. I don't use, like I said, I don't use oxides as much because I find that I can blend with the Simon Hurley inks and I usually never get mud no matter what color I add to each other, if you can believe that. Oh, I didn't even know this. This is the first time I'm using them. They're two, you guys. I thought it was one big stamp. That's even better. So we are just going to kind of plop these down in here and there. And I'm going to grab, I don't know if I'm going to do them all at the same time. I think we're going to do them one at a time. We're just going to add some fun to this background. And I think we're going to use the opening night. I don't know. We'll have to find out. So we're going to use the opening night just because I want to add some more black. Thank you. I just thought this would be fun to play with. Like I said, when I saw this stamp, the Encore stamp or the sheet music stamp, I was really excited. And then when I saw the Encore stamp set, I was like, yes, because I think it's fun to be able to add texture and just different things to this. You know what, Melissa? Oxides are great to start. That's what I started with, and then I slowly started getting, when I didn't have a lot of ink pads, and I just started getting the Simon Hurley because, to be honest with you, Christopher is using them, and they were in the store, and I could add them to an order and ship along. And then I kind of finished. I think I hit a sale at Christmas one time, and I was able to complete it. So, hi, Heather. It was nice talking to you today. So there is that stamp. We're just going to kind of pop that off to the side here for a minute. I'm just sticking things on top of the plastic for the theater icon so that if I don't stick it on here in case there's some powder. And then we're going to grab the part of the Encore stamp set. Like I said, this is just one of them, and we're going to just kind of add it in at another angle, and we're going to keep going. Doesn't have to be a perfect. I am kind of hitting them hard. I guess I was going to heat emboss these, wasn't I? Well, probably too late for that now. Because it's starting to dry off, but that's okay. If you wanted to just, you could do different, these would be fun with the rainbow ink. And if we have time, that's what I will do with this. I have an idea that we can do a quick fun card with that. Do that. I'm doing quick wipes on these. I do want to use this one more time. So we're going to go up and use this. Use these with a see-through globe. Yes. Hi, Lisa. How are you? I was telling Lisa I was coming down her direction this weekend so that I might get to see, we might get to run into each other. It just depends on logistics. So I'm actually, I know this might upset some people, but I am going to make this upside down. No, I'm not going to make it upside down. I just want it to go a different angle than the other sheet music. Ellen, the cookie dough is one of my favorites. It is, I love cookie dough. When I saw that one, cookie dough and Weeping Willow are two that have fastly become some of my favorites with the tan and the brown. And then of course I like Shooting Star. I like No Diving. Crown Me, of course, because it's my purple. And then I do a lot with Bee Sting. So, if you were going to just maybe have a few of each inks, I would get my few favorites, one of each. That's what I like about them too. They make dark to make to medium. Yeah, exactly. And you know what else I like about them is that I can watercolor with them. Not saying you can't watercolor with others, but these are very easy to watercolor with. And I like that he has the lunar pastes that match the colors. And of course, the sayings, the names, they're just fun. All right. So we're going to do then this one this way. I'm not going to worry about if I get the whole thing done with music notes because um, we may still do that. I just kind of making it guppy topical train. Yeah, the names are, I mean, slippery when wet. I mean, come on, 80s people, right? Slippery when wet. Melissa, the glue that does not show. Okay, missed something. Yes, Bon Jovi. Bon Jovi. My mom can attest to this. I did not grow up listening to much rock and roll music. My dad, if he's listening, they wouldn't really allow us to. So before I knew them, I New Kids on the Block, which happy New Kids on the Block Day to all my New Kids on the Block fans. That is today. I dropped something on the floor, guys. Hold on 1 second to make sure it wasn't a stamp. My puppy doesn't eat it. I don't think I hit my foot, but I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was. I found out who Bon Jovi was, and I'll Be There For You is one of my favorite songs of all time. That's okay, Melissa. Not everybody is. It's just I'll Be There For You is just something I really like. It's I remember that song being like #1, and it just. So we got a little bit of the background down. There's a little bit more area, but I'm going to use this arch music stamp with the rest of this. And now we're going to do some heat embossing this time, just to add some extra fun. So I'm going to do some anti-static powder tool, and I'm going to grab, sorry, I got distracted by something I made last night. This is a piece for my project from last night. It was the masks, and it didn't quite work, but you can kind of see the masks, the face in the masks there. But I thought this would be just a fun, different way to add these little extra. Oh my goodness, Candi, pay attention. I better move my ink pad. I just tried to use Raven. It's what happens when they all look the same, right? And because the ink takes a little longer to dry, the Brutus Monroe ink, I can stamp it twice and then do my panel. We're going to add that one here. I'm going to add this one here too. And then we'll see what else we want to do. Yeah, I almost used the black, which I've heat embossed with the black before, but I have to go very quickly when I use the Raven to heat emboss. I usually stamp and heat emboss immediately. All right, so I've got a couple of those done. Now let's throw some of this. Bed of Roses, absolutely. Have you seen the Bed of Roses movie, Penny? You just used it tonight too? I think that's curved is fun. And I have a little bit of extra runoff here, so we're just going to brush it off. I'm okay with it being a little bit not perfect. You got your Brutus Monroe embossing ink. That's good, Ellen. It is actually one of my favorites because, and it's really the only one I use, only because it does last. I mean, I can do so many pieces before I have to. I got my little cheat sheet here to tell me the names of stuff. So trying to hold that off to the side there. It just has a picture of the chroma mists on it, but it's my favorite. All right, let's heat emboss these quick. We got some dead spaces in there we're gonna have to fill in too, but we can do that yet. The curve stamp came from the theater icons. It is part of the theater icons, Tina. That's right here. And it does have a die that goes with it. I kind of wish I had a really big one that was almost like, oh, yes, here you go. And it's kind of hard to see. Here, I'll show you. I have it swatched out. I actually have, I think I put it on my TikTok. I did them on TikTok. This is opening night. So I kind of shimmer it. So you can kind of see it. It's really pretty. And then here is Curtain Call. So Curtain Call is red with a gold. Trying to hit it so that it doesn't quite, it's, yeah, that shine is the, and then this is the black with a gold, opening night. And it's, I think it was one of the design team members who made me, I ended up getting, that used it and I kind of forgot about it. I ended up getting Mic Drop, which would be great with this release as well. It's the black with silver kind of speckles glitter. And then here's the Milky Way, which would be fun too for like microphones. So I just got those this week too. So yeah, they're so pretty. All right. So we got to fill in with a little bit more here. Hello. Well, welcome back with us, Christy. I'm glad you're done. You can take a break. I think we're going to go ahead and we're going to do one more of the curved and we're going to do over because we need to. I'm going to do off just a little bit. Okay, Christy, that's perfect. Thank you very much. It was a beautiful card. If you haven't seen, Christy made a fun card over in the fan club group using the dinosaurs and the waffle flower postage stamp die, which I just got. I haven't used yet. And it's so cute. It looks like a little cartoon. It looks like a little comic strip. So you have to check that out. She posted that tonight. It's, like I said, cute, cute, cute. I feel like when I meet you, Francie, I'm going to just need to yell, Francie, as I run across the store. So Heather, you'll have to hook me up so I'll know for sure when I see her. You'll say, Francie's here. And then I can run across the store just like that at the top of my lungs. So I know she knows it's me. It's fun. All right. This is the rest of the mic drop there. Yeah. Oh, thank you for posting that. It is such a fun, cute card. There's been lots of fun cards. And like I said, if you've posted a card using any of this month, using any of the aliens or the dragons, or if you pull out one of the older mermaid steps or the robots, include the hashtag CYOE challenge in it, and you can be in the drawing for the, yes, exactly, Francie. And Francie, you're going to have to promise to look the other way if I eat my ice cream off my popsicle off the floor this year again, because I did do that last year. It only landed for a second. And I was helping Daryl with his make and take, and it fell on the floor, and I was like, oh, and it was like a piece like this big. So I picked it up and ate it. You got to promise you won't yell at me. Okay, now it's music, and I think what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the mic, and I'm just going to, it was less than 10 seconds, I promise. It wasn't even the 3-second rule. We're going to use the microphone, and we're going to stick the microphone pieces in here a little bit. I think that's kind of a fun. Actually, I want to use the other microphone because I have this one stamped out. We're going to use this microphone. And we're going to stamp this out. Well, I hadn't eaten at an ice cream truck in a long time. So I was like, I'm eating that. So it was a rainbow popsicle thing, I think. It was really good. No, I live in Little Town, Iowa. There's no ice cream trucks. So I have to buy my own popsicles. What if you used the die on the mic and propped it up? I actually might do that, but I did the other one, Francie. We might cut this down. I just thought maybe I'd add some of these other parts. I've got a bunch of the music notes cut out. And I just wanted to add a little bit more interest in here with this thing, with these. A star would work, but I didn't dig any out tonight. Like a star stamp would be good from like the, and though there's some in the alien release, but I am just trying to use for the most part, other than inks. And of course I used sheet music, trying to use just what's in the box tonight. And I think last but not least, we're going to stick one more down. We're going to kind of do it right in through here. And that's where did it. Oh, yes, it was going to be decorated of some sort, I thought. There's no 5-second rule in press. Yeah, well, I think we've all inhaled glitter because, to be honest with you, this is okay, so true story. Who remembers, well, you used to be able to go to that one store in the mall that sold the really smelly stuff that still smells the really good smelly lotions and stuff. They used to the sprays used to come with glitter sprays. Once they developed that, at one time you could buy the lotion, you could add just a little bit of glitter or a lot by twisting it. But I used to buy the glitter sprays all the time because I figured if I sprayed glitter, spread a perfume on myself, no one's ever going to know if it's left over from Crafty or if it's from that. So I have glitter. I had glitter on me all the time. All right, so we've got this fun background. I want to do a little bit of splashes on it. I know that's not in the box, but we're going to add that just because. So, and then while it's drying, I will pull out a couple things I've been working on and show you a couple things. I want the gold. I want the gilded, and I want the black. As you can see, I've had some craziness here. Thank you. I think it's fun. I think it's a fun, like, just background. So we're just going to throw some gilded shimmer splash on there. I emailed everyone today and said I requested another shimmer splash today because I said I just need it. So hopefully, eventually, silver splashes would be good, but I wanted to use the black. I wanted to use the gold because to me it's gold star. So we're just use just a little bit of the Raven because I do have a spot where my embossing powder kind of went a little bonkers, and so what I do is I add some splashes to make it look like it's supposed to be there. And when you get a little closer, you can get a little deeper. And then I think we're going to do one more thing. We're going to add just a little bit more gold, okay? We're going to do 2 reasons for this because it'll help dry my splashes. I'm going to grab some of this. Yep, we're going to grab some in gold embossing powder. Crafty Fashion Undercover. I missed whatever that was. So I don't know why I'm shaking this, but I've got the embossing glaze, which I am in loving. And we're just going to add some random splashes here and there. And we're going to cover this with some, and I am doing some on the edges. I'm going to kind of cover up my one little spot there. Okay. And we're going to just throw some of this embossing powder on here. It was funny because I feel like this looks low. Like I need to order some. And we're just it's gonna be kind of all over the place, but that's kind of what I like about making backgrounds like this, is that it's kind of a mess. You do hear the choo-choo train. I live like a block away. Funny story, I grew up near one up in northern Minnesota, and now I live next door to one. And I opened a window because I was very, very warm. And I'm going to just tap it with my finger because I don't care where it sticks, because I want it to just be very imperfect. Perfect. That looks awesome. You hear the whisk. Yes, it does keep everyone spraying body glitter on it. I have a friend over in Europe who's never heard of it before, so she laughed really hard when I told her that. This guy wasn't too bad with his whistle. We have one guy that likes to have his whistle, because my whole town has railroad tracks. Yes, perfectly imperfect. Um, he comes at like 6 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday, and he does the entire 3 miles of town, every intersection, because every street crosses one. And then this says twofold. It's also drawing my shimmer splash. All right, now I got this all over, so I'm trying to make sure there's nothing grainy. Awesome. Let's see, do we need a little bit right there maybe? Looks like it. Yes, we did. There we go. There we go. So I'm trying to embrace more backgrounds like this, just because I think they're fun. Because it's not really pattern paper, but it's something I made on my own, and I think they're just kind of fun. Or taking a piece of our pattern paper and doing that. Okay, so next I am going to cut this down just a hair because I want to put it on some raven, I think. So we're going to cut down just a little bit, down to 4. The Long Iron Railroad was your first encounter with the railroad crossing next to a house. We had to oh, it's an interesting thing sometimes when you live next to it. Ask my mom. In the summer, we used to have to turn the television up so we could hear the television, because the train was literally right there too, and we live not too far from the crossing. I'm gonna try not to take too much off the bottom. I think I'll do a little bit more off the top because I didn't get as much purple. All right, so just trim this down a little bit. You did. Oh, I haven't played with that. Mine hasn't come yet. Thanks, Walter. I will get my Pac-Man stencil tomorrow, and my taco stuff. I'm excited for that. Growing up with a mom who's Hispanic, we ate tacos every single Saturday night. Every single Saturday night. And it is and avocados are one of my top favorite foods. I will eat an avocado before I will eat a pickle, even though I love pickles. So I will let Jess be the pickle queen, and I can be the avocado queen. I will. I went to my local scrapbook store down in Cedar Rapids a few years ago to meet up with a couple of my friends, a couple of the junkies that were in town, and I was running behind, and they went to eat. And they're like, just meet us at the restaurant. And I sat down at the restaurant, and 2 of the people that were there, I hadn't really ever met before. We'd briefly met. And they're like, Chris ordered for you. I hope that's okay. And I'm like, yeah, she knows what I want. I said, does it have an avocado on it? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, then she did good. So, okay. So next, before I grab I got a bunch of the images stamped out, and I know they're with white here. I do have this, but I'm thinking we're going to have to do it at an angle. I'm thinking I need to do black on white. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hi, Tia. I like using black for a layer when I have a rainbow background because I feel like it pops more. Your favorite snack was your grandma's homeborn tortillas with mashed avocado. That's really good. Melissa, I haven't made tortillas in a long time. I need to. I am going to grab this. This came in the box, and I'm going to die cut my thanks out of it. And I am going to cut it off just because it's not going to fit in my little die cut machine here. but I'm gonna put it on white. Ooh, taco night at CYOE. That sounds good. Like I said, I haven't made tortillas in a while, and I've been thinking about it. I was just telling, we just had tacos the other night, and my honey asked if he wanted me to get refried beans, and I said nope. I said nope, not unless I'm gonna make them. I said I only eat refried beans if I'm gonna be made. They're gonna be made. I mean, I'll eat them at a Mexican restaurant, I guess, but most of the time they're not the same. So I need to make them. Cinco de Mayo is coming up, so maybe I will. So, okay, so this is from the Christmas Sentiments. Like I said, I believe it's out of stock, but it is. I did want to make a thank you card, and I wanted the big old thanks. Now, this is a little thicker paper. It's, it's like you just made a small batch this weekend. Did you save any for me, Mom? There is a place, if I remember correctly, Michelle, that's not too bad, no, too far. I'm actually going to Cedar Rapids this weekend. And I was talking to some of my girlfriends about where we should eat, and they wanted to go. They wanted to know where I was going to be, and so that we could eat. So, and I said we can go anywhere. So they're going to take me to a place called the Sacred Cow, and it looks like it's a Mexican restaurant, and I am super excited about it. So, I'm going to throw in a piece of scratch paper because this die cutter needs a little bit extra room. For this. You have one in your fridge. Is it for me, Mom? Can you freeze it and then bring it down to me on Saturday? I'm just kidding. You don't have to. I can make it myself. There we go. So perfect. So now, because this is a little bit thicker paper with this tiny little die here, and I didn't use my intricate, it's just taking a little bit of extra finesse to take out because this die cut machine is a little thin when it comes to those things. It doesn't have like an intricate plate. So we may have to scrap this for now. I don't know if you guys want to sit here and watch me play with it. I will, if you don't mind. Oh, thanks, Mom. That'd be perfect. I'm going to run over quick to my big die cut machine because that will cut it out real good. I'll be right back, you guys. Talk amongst yourselves. Actually, I can still talk to you. I'm just over here. All right. I got my extra plate in my die cut machine, so that'll help. I got one spot that doesn't want to come loose. So I'm not going to play with that on camera. I'm going to do that later because this is, look at how thin this is. You have a joke? Ellen, in particular, it's because how thin this is. So we'll go with one better and we will still do it, but we will use Raven ink, Raven cardstock. And we will heat emboss it. So if you give me a second, I'm going to do that. Why do winners always win? That's funny. Beat you. That's a good one. Perfect. Like I said, it cut out perfectly. See how perfectly it cut out? But it doesn't stand out enough. So we're going to do it on some white. We're going to do it on we're going to do the background on white because I want to add that in. You're watching Jennifer McQuire channel. And I know that they were doing, because she was going to have a live. I think I saw it come up, but I was in the middle of kind of stamping quick and stuff. They're doing a series of live to celebrate. I know, isn't that 50? That's funny. 50 years. That's crazy that they've been around that long. I'll have to watch that a little bit later. That's what I usually do to go to sleep. I don't, that sounds horrible, but I watch YouTube before I go to sleep. I'll like put it on and I drift to sleep watching crafty videos. So we've got this. Now we can make it shiny. Do you guys think we should make this shiny or should we leave it plain? What do you think? I'm gonna let you guys help me decide on that. I could also spray it with some of the Chroma Mist. So speaking of, this are the two Chroma Mists. This is just a cheap old piece of paper. Well, this actually might be perfect blend. This is the, I didn't shake them up horribly bad because, you know, they had just gotten here and they just had settled. But this is the Angel of Music and this is the Waitress. So just so you know that. I don't know if I want to make that gold. I'm thinking maybe we're just going to add a little gold to it. What do you guys think? Instead of putting the opening night on it, or that's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. Here, I'll show you. We're going to take this, the little bit of the embossing glaze, and we're just going to hit it in a few spots. And then we'll throw some of that on there. Oh, I tend to not. Okay, so the only YouTube I watch during the day is I've been watching old Brutus Monroe videos because I'm going through and adding all the links to the descriptions. So, um, that's what I've been, you know, when I have some downtime. But I like to watch in the evenings. Oh, almost made a mistake with this piece of paper. That would make it stick. You know, various people in the next 8 shows. That'll be fun. I'll have to go back and watch some of that. I started doing it, I don't know, a while ago. There was a lady I was watching a lot that did like sheets of cards, and she would make like, I don't know, 30 cards in a card. And but she wouldn't always talk through them. A lot of times it would be with music, and I got into that habit of kind of relaxing before going to bed to do that. And now I do it pretty much every single night. I watch a little YouTube. I'm lucky if I can even make it through one video anymore. So I try to make sure that when I'm falling asleep, that I move it so that when Tom comes to bed, he's not my bed, because it goes to sleep, and then he'll be like, "Oh, what's this?" And I'm like, "Oops, my tablet was there." So, you know. I had tacos the last time I was at CYOE. It was really good. It was over at the mall. And it had all this like graffiti art on the walls in the restaurant. It was really, really good. I can't remember. I had something different. I had a different kind of taco and they were so good. You play Merge Mansion. I play that too, Francie. We should find each other there. Oh no, I don't play Merge Mansion. I play Matchington sometimes. But yep, that's exactly right, Melissa. That's why I was thinking that would be fun. Instead of doing the whole thing, we're just going to hit some spots. It's super helpful. Where you don't get too much, you just get a little bit here and there. All right. All right, we're getting a 1:45, so I want to make sure we're doing things. Getting things done here. All right, now let's grab our Barely Arts glue here, and we're going to add that on. I could use dots to get... Oh, I was looking at that. I thought I just took my pin out. It was a bubble. I could use sticky dots, but I grabbed this, so we're just going to use this. I've played that before too. It depends because I like to have it on my tablet instead of my phone. I try not to keep games on my phone, just because I've got enough with pictures for like inspiration team photos. And well, I don't have my kids at home, so I don't have as many of those videos and photos on there anymore. And as soon as I upload a video to YouTube, or I've done a couple small ones to TikTok, I've been deleting them. But I try not to keep them because then I don't have an excuse. I have a I play Yahtzee. It's a Yahtzee word game that's on my phone, but other than that, I have no games on my phone. I try, like I said, if they can't go on my tablet, I try not to download them. Just because I don't want to do that. Have you the neon? Yes. Have you seen the neon chromo mist bundle? And there were, I think there was some velveteen bundles that were just created not too long ago, and a chroma mist bundle, I think. So, all right. So where we've got that here, let me show you. You got, it's just got a hint of the sparkle, which is hard to see in there, but I did add the white because the white's going to come in contact once we add our little musical notes. That, Lorna, I think that's what it was. Kanda, I don't know. I'd have to double check. I don't know if Heather's still here, if that's where we ate, but that sounds like maybe that was right. Like I said, it was in the mall. It was a restaurant that was out, you know, you had to go to the mall, but it was an outside entrance and it was really, really good. So, all right, so we're going to go ahead and add some of these. This we're going to put down flat because we can. I can. Like I said, this is kind of a thank you note for the music teacher. And we're going to put it right here. You know what? It is new. Okay. I think that's where we went, didn't we, Heather, to that Condando? Is that where we went last year? I don't remember what it was called. I just know it was really good. We can fill in this little space here with a musical note. So, but I do want to grab some foam tape here, and I just got some old dots here that I want to use up, some foam squares. So we're going to cut those. Thank you. It does kind of have a jazzy look, doesn't it? You know, which would work, you know, if you have a band instructor, a musical teacher, you know, music teacher in school, you know, Teacher Appreciation Week is coming up. You know, you can say thank you if you wanted to make a personalized card. I was trying to remember the name. That was it. Okay. I couldn't remember. I just know it was good. It was, like I said, I'm a little bit of a Mexican snob because I like my homemade with my mom and dad, you know, the way we ate them growing up, but I love tacos. Hamburgers are my favorite. We're just going to add some glue here and there because we're going to throw some of our musical notes. We'll put a musical note there. You could, if I cut it, could you ink blend one of those notes to help? I can. Yes, we will. Let's do kind of a yellowy green. We'll do a yellow here. Just going to grab one of my small blushes. I was going to do the small one here. We'll do a little bit of yellow at the top, and we'll do a little green. How does that sound? So it kind of blends in, but yet it won't stand. It will stand out too. That's a good idea, Penny. Yeah, Heather, it was good. It was definitely good. I had good food when I was up there, no matter where I ate. Whether it was Miss Sharon's food at the event or the Pamagis, is that how I say it? Permantes, thank you. Yeah, I went there twice. That was good. Yeah, I understand. You know what though, Melissa, it's just not quite the same. I think there's a little bit too much glue there. It's not quite the same as when you have it at home, is it? It just isn't. Just because. Francie, how dare you? I'm just kidding. Well, I had to eat there once because, you know, it's part of the Pittsburgh experience. And we're going to put this one down here. So we're going to throw in a couple more, and then we're going to add some gems. Oakmont Bakery. I don't think, did we go there? Yeah, there you go. Yep, triple X. Triple X's for her. I am going to trim this off just a little bit off the side here because I want it to be all matchy on side. I know that might look funny, but it works. And then we're going to grab some of our beautiful gems. I want Hermite. Homemade is best. It is the best. So funny story, not funny story, true story. I used to make tortillas for the high school seniors every year. I did it for 7 years. I would make homemade chilaquiles, and then I tried to make homemade tortillas every year. I don't know if I got them every year. I made beans, I made rice, I made guacamole, and then I would go in, but I definitely made chilaquiles every year. And I would feed the seniors at our school. So, Francie, I'm about to poke you. These are the how do I say that? Hermatite ones. They're kind of a black color in the light, but they also pick up the color. And if you haven't gotten these gems yet, they are just amazing. So you need to get some. Oh, sorry. I saw a text message I had to get. So hope you guys don't mind staying a little late with me because I still want to do one more idea here with this set. So if we're doing okay on time, we're going to throw a few more of these in. I feel like I have to make sure I bring this with me when I come so that I can actually poke you, like on the shoulder, Francie. Okay, there we go, you guys. I think I got them all where I needed to. Before I make a mess, we're going to add this down. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This was fun. This was a fun card. I mean, I'm trying to make, I like to make more cards like this. She is rowdy tonight. She must have had, she must have had extra caffeine or something. You know, it is the end of, oh, sorry, I just got away from somebody's dinner. Yeah, wear goggles. I won't poke her in the eye. I'll poke her in the shoulder and I'll go beep, beep. So, all right, we've got this one, which I think is fun. Now, if you guys don't mind, I'm going to maybe play a little bit more. I do wanted to show you a couple things that I've started kind of working on. This is let me pull it out, the Fade Slimline Stencil. And, oh, Francie, time to go shopping, right? And then I used the Pixie spray to put it down. And this is the Waitress and just a hint of the Angel of the Music on top. So I haven't done anything with it yet, but I wanted to kind of show you guys what I did. When is CYOE? It's in June, or it's in July. All right. And then I want to find the card. Okay, so I have a couple other things here to show you. I use the same one. Here is Scarlet cardstock with the curtain call. So like I said, I have partial things done, but I don't have everything done yet. But I think these are really fun because you just grab one of these backgrounds and you could grab like the mic stand and you could do that. Here is a rainbow background. I use the same 3 inks to create this. Yeah, that was really funny. What is that? Yeah. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, it was funny. I sent him a text message with the information. And then this is one where I thought was fun. I only used 2 colors. I used the Shooting Star and the Prom Queen, and I just shifted the stencil a little bit. So these were all backgrounds made with that same, was it called Fade? Yeah, Fade Slimline Stencil. So, you know, whether you use little, you use, you know, A2 card base or use Slimline. I thought that was kind of fun. So look forward to these because I'm going to need to make cards with those. But this is the card I was telling Heather about. So it's not quite done. So you're going to see me. I'm going to finish putting it together. This is All the World's a Stage, right? Spring Fling, Michelle, was back in March. I don't remember the exact date. You used the stencil tonight. So I don't know if you can see, you can kind of see, but I heat embossed it. And then I accidentally moved my stencil. So it's not, or my stamp. So it's not perfect. But I used the stencil to color it in. And then I used the, I don't know the name of it, I apologize, the Theater Life stencil with gold. Well, this is the part that I like. So just wait, Francie. We're going to grab some foam tape. Wait till you see my curtain. So if you don't have foam tape, you could just layer a few layers of this. This is Scarlet Cardstock again. And I really am happy about how this turned out. I think this is really fun. I love the stage card. I think it's a fun design, and I have desires this weekend to stamp out this, and I want to put our little knight from Once Upon a Time and our dragon on there and have them do a little fight scene. Well, what I decided was, since I was going to just change this around, if you're thinking, God, you have guacamole in my fridge. Oh, Tina, I'm jealous. I want guacamole. Fortunately for me, my honey does not like avocados, so I get them all. An avocado on a hamburger or on a buffalo chicken melt. Oh, okay, you guys ready? All right, I got to stand up for this. Take a look at this. So I actually die cut out the curtain first. And then I used the stencil, I'm sorry, first. And the embossing ink, and I used the curtain call. Then I die cut it out, and then I stuck it in my MISTI, and using my stick and stamp mat, I stamped the stamp, and I covered with embossing ink, and I covered it with the pearl embossing powder. So there's 2 embossing powders there. You can kind of see them. So I think this is super fun. I mean, look at the depth you can get. I mean, by cutting it out and using it, you can have that big depth. I mean, and can't you just see? Okay, so I'm just gonna pretend. I mean, sticking a little guy out the, peeking his head around the corner. This is up too big, but I don't have any of them colored and stamped out. But can't you just see the little guy's head sticking out that? Yes, it's double embossed. So I do need to cut it off a little bit on the edges. We'll do that quick here. We're gonna finish this up. What did I use? I used the pearl and the curtain call. So we're gonna just trim it down a little bit here. I might need to use my scissors. Pearl and the curtain call. Yeah, the Once Upon a Time set. Can't you just see the little guy, the little guy sticking out the corner? I think, where is mine? I'm not sure if I have it up here or if it's in my box. I'm not sure where I put the Once Upon a Time stamp, but can't you just see these guys sticking their head out from behind the curtain? And that, yes, the aliens. I mean, what a great, fun thing to do. And if you put it on foam tape, you've got all that extra dimension. I mean, you can have fun with that background. I did not stamp it perfectly. I should have cut it before I put that down. So we're just going to trim the white off. Just a little bit here. So I'm excited to be finished playing with this, but we're going to add a sentiment to it. The robots, the mermaids. I mean, go through your stash. I mean, if you're a lawn fawn person, they have tons of little creatures too that can go inside here. So you can use everything from those to do that. I mean, how fun would that be? To add them, all these little critters and stuff like that sit through here. So we need a stamp. Okay, somebody's making hamburgers on the grill. Anything from them, yes. Oh, yes, the Funko Pop twin would be so fun. And then you put the little microphone next to him and he's singing into the microphone. So I was having a fun. I was making this last night during Christopher's Live. Oops. I just made my dog bark. So we have to decide. I think I'm going to use, let's see, is this too long for the middle of that? We're going to use Love the Art in Yourself, Not Yourself in the Art. I think is the one we're going to use. The Bitty Bears. Oh, no, Melissa, that is a fabulous card. I think Heather had some stuff going on. She was, I think they were working on some stuff coming up, but it was hello, host. I think that that was an awesome card. It actually made me think of, you did make it. That's why we're stalling a little bit here.
Whoops, I didn't mean to be the full screen.
You're okay. You can be full screen because I'm just getting my image out.
I don't know why I always do that.
That's okay. This is what we made live earlier.
I should leave. Oh my goodness.
Thank you card with that. And then we added the sheet music stamp set in with it too.
Oh, wow.
And then I was showing, this is what I made last night during your live.
Oh my goodness. Wait, how did you do the glitter?
It is the, okay, so I used the stencil first with embossing powder and the curtain call.
Okay.
And then I die cut it out. Then I used my stick and stamp mat in the stamp and lined it up and stamped it with embossing ink and used pearl embossing powder.
I don't know what just happened to my camera. That is incredible.
And then I put it on foam tape. So I said it would be fun to have like the little knight sticking his head out like he's looking through the curtain.
Oh yeah, that's fantastic.
So I was trying to get that. I told Heather earlier today I was waiting for it to dry because I used the gold chroma mist with the faces.
That looks amazing.
Thank you. I thought it was really fun. I'm excited to play with this more.
So real quick before we get back into the card, today, so I forgot to talk about it on yesterday. Tomorrow I'm going to talk about it a little bit more depending on what is still available. But I just reactivated, is anybody familiar with the Tonic Luxury bins? I don't know if anybody out there has seen them or used them, but I swear by them. So we just got in a full palette of the bins as well as the inserts. So I'm going to show them tomorrow. But if you have used them before, you'll know how incredible they are. But right now, while I guess kind of while supplies last, it's going to be an evergreen product. We'll always have it. But currently, they're not the tidy bins. Penny, I can see her looking for it right now. But they are they look like the refrigerator. Benson James. So everyone, hold on. Benson got his haircut, and when he gets his haircut, he insists on rubbing himself on everything. So the last time you saw Benson, he was very furry, and now he's not very furry. But the problem is when he gets his haircut, he, number one, looks like a little puppy again. But number two, he cannot stop rubbing his face on stuff. So this is Benson James. He now is shaved within an inch of his life. And this is how small he is normally. He looked a lot bigger with all the fur, but he cannot get enough time with his father and also cannot get enough time rubbing his face on this shrub that's next to me. I mean, it's a literal shrub. This is what is next to me. Hold on. You're going to not believe this. I mean, you will believe it, but this goes in our hallway and I was dusting it. So that's why he thinks it's like a real plant, I think. But anyway, so with those bins, right now we're offering as an introductory, since we brought them back, 5% off of the bundles. So I'm going to have to look up the size of them. I'm pretty sure, and Heather may know, but Benson, if you knock that tree over, Heather may know, because I'm going to have to look them up, because I know individually on the website, I think the sizing is on there, but I'm pretty sure they hold a 6x6 pad. I want to say that they'll also hold the 6x8 stamps. I have some downstairs, but I'm not, I'm on the third floor now. I have it all down in the basement, but they hold, I want to say they probably hold at least 50 6x8 stamps. I mean, they're pretty substantial, but the thing that I love about them is with the dividers, you could separate out all of the different things. So like if you have rainbow paper pads, you put that in one section. If you have, you know, your seasonal paper pads, put that in one section. But right now we brought them back and they're being introductory back, quote unquote, for 5% off all the bundles. And there are currently, I think, 4 different bundles you can choose from. One is just the bin with 1 divider. Another one, let me see if I remember this correctly, is just 1 bin with 3 dividers. Then there's 3 bins with 3 dividers, and then there's 5 bins with 5 dividers. So pick whichever one that you would like. I definitely think it's worth it. They're phenomenal. I think you get 5 bins with the introductory price. You get 5 bins and 5 dividers for less than $100. If you go to Marshall's and you purchase their fridge bins, just the fridge bin alone is usually, I think, $14.99 to $19.99. So for less than $100, you will get 5 bins and 5 inserts. And again, I'm going to show you all about them tomorrow. I just don't have one sitting here with me, but I wanted to pop on because I activated it and I was like, okay, I'm going to have to let everybody know, because once I let everybody know tomorrow, it's going to be curtains. No pun intended.
Gone.
Yeah. $94.90 for 5 bins and 5 dividers. That's wild to me.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, just the bins would be, I mean, I think when I got them, I think they were $17.99 a piece for the size that we're selling. And that for 5 of those alone, that's almost $100. And it's so hard to find dividers for them. Like,
yes,
it's really difficult to find. At least in my opinion, when I'm looking for, and then you like try to divide them with paper and stuff, and then they're not really divided. So I think they're really, really cool. But I wanted to let you all know while I was flying in and completely stealing.
You're fine.
Here.
You're fine.
All right, so back to you. What are we doing?
I'm adding the love the art in yourself, not yourself in the art sentiment, but I want I don't want it to stick out. Well, hold on. Let's see. Are we going to see this white edges on this card base?
Kind of.
Yes, we are. So then I don't have to ink blend it and make it. So
just on the sides, right?
Huh?
Just on the sides.
Yeah. And maybe a little on the bottom, because I think I cut it a little short.
Okay.
I think the piece of paper was cut short. It was cut smaller. It wasn't an A2 size when I stamped it out, but I was like, we're just going to go for it.
Oh, I understand now, because there's generally a lot more seat at the bottom.
Yes. And I just grabbed a piece. I was just playing with them last night while I was watching your live, and I was stamped it out, and then I just went, and I was telling everyone the reason I did the stencil like this is because I actually moved it. And so my curtains didn't look perfect. So I was like, well, now we got a paper piece on it, because.
Do you have the die set for it?
Yes. I bought the I Want It All bundle.
Having that die set,
yes.
I just think it's so brilliantly engineered to be able to, and I can't take credit for it. That was all Darren and Heather, but having that die set to be able to, I think it's so cool. Tomorrow, I'm going to show you guys a really fun trick on how to open the curtains.
Oh,
it's going to be an interactive card tomorrow.
That'll be fun. I didn't get it done this past weekend. I went out of town for the day. I'm really looking forward to pulling my kids' play photos and show fire photos and scrapbooking, because I don't have any of them done.
Well, the thing is, I find that unless I have the right products for exactly what I'm doing, it's hard, because I find, when I'm creating, different scrapbook things and stuff like that, it's tough, because I'm almost trying to find products that don't necessarily go with the theme, but I'm like trying to make them go with the theme, if that makes sense. Whereas we've now, giving you, and everybody has a theater person. It doesn't matter who you are. I think it's like those 6 degrees of separation or something. Everybody, either you go to the theater, or you have a theater friend, or you have a theater kid, or you have someone that loves the theater.
Yes. And so for my daughter and her dance team, I used to not buy anything for her scrapbooks till I knew what the colors for the state costumes were, so that I could go buy those 12 by 12 pieces of paper to match perfectly. We never knew what those colors were going to be till like the week before state. And
Mm.
so, and then I never bought embellishments or anything until I actually had the scrapbook pages done because I wanted them to match perfectly. I didn't like to have them ahead of time. But no, I'm my favorite photo is actually my son was Frankenstein, the monster
I love that.
from um Young Frankenstein.
Yeah.
And I was the camera person at school, and they came up to me like 2 nights before and they said, "We're going to have you sit in the front row, and we want you to stand up at the exact moment when he's singing Putting on the Ritz or whatever that song is, can't remember, and take a flash picture of him so that it flashes, and the audience is going to freak out because there's no flash photography." And so the very first performance I did it, and parents were like, "Oh my gosh, that mom, whatever." Then they realized it was part of it because, of course, he runs off screaming because of the flash because he's scared of
Mm.
fire. And the photo that turned out is my kid's face, and he's just going, and it's just a blow up of his face, and it is
I
the
love it.
best photo ever.
I
And
love it.
I don't have any of them done. And then I said, like, my daughter was Frau Blucher, however you say it. And so that, that was her senior year. So I have those photos of them to do, and I can't wait. So Francie, I love that movie too.
I love that thanks. I mean, I love both of them, but that thanks card, there's something about that font. I mean, I know it's my handwriting, but it's just that whole set. Is that still in stock? It might
No,
not be. Oh, wow. I think
I
it's coming
checked.
with the reorder. I know that's coming with the reorder, and there's I think Charlotte's Wreath is coming back with the reorder.
Really, I just put
Yeah,
that away on my
Charlotte's
new.
Wreath is, I think it's either Charlotte or Judy's Wreath. Only one of them is coming back. And then the borders are coming back because there are
Okay.
so many people have been asking for those borders. The real long ones, the real nice substantial ones.
Yep. I have
Those
those.
are coming back.
Awesome. Those are great. Those are guys. I just put those away actually because I got some pockets off Amazon.
Oh yeah.
And
did I
Charlotte's
ever
Wreath.
send you the ones?
No, but that's okay. I had gotten some. I just put some in a cart when I was ordering. Charlotte's Wreath doesn't quite fit.
Yeah, Heather knows. Heather knows which ones they are. Yeah, I think I don't know if it's Charlotte's Wreath or Judy's Wreath. I think is the smaller one.
Yeah, it is the smaller one. They're both in here.
Who knows? Maybe we'll bring both back.
So that was a fun one.
Yeah, Christopher Sentiments is coming back. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep, that's this one. That's what this is. And I wanted to have a big bold font that kind of stuck out from that background.
That's the only one that I've ever done in my cursive handwriting.
I know, and you need a Christmas set.
I'm working on it. It's working on Christmas.
I can use it for all my Christmas stuff.
A fall set. It's going to be smaller. Like it won't be because that's a big set. I mean, that's probably one of the biggest die sets. And I don't know what I was doing that year. I was designing it. I guess I forgot about scale because I kept designing. And I was like, oh, I need this one. I need that one. And I remember Heather Collins was like, Christopher, these are enormous die sets. And I was like,
yeah, but they fit perfectly on both an A2 or a slimline card.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you could print kids print and put them on the stage. That, I mean, one little scene behind there would be perfect, Heather. That'd be, especially if you got those far away ones.
Oh yeah.
Because, sometimes you can't, depending on, I live in a small school where I just sat wherever I wanted and told parents to move.
Oh yeah. That's you and Heather Collins are the same person in the photography realm of things.
Well, they also knew I took pictures of everybody. If you listen to any video that my kids were in because I filmed all of them for them too, you'd hear.
Yeah, that's Heather
Collins. Because I took pictures because I said, I don't know what everyone's going to want.
Mm-hmm.
And fortunately, my kids did the importance of being earnest my daughter's senior year too. And they moved them so that my kids were not the love interests. I was going to throw my foot down if they made them be the love interests.
Wow, yeah.
So.
I mean, it's a small town, but it's not that small of a town.
No, it's not. And there was only like 6 kids in the cast that time. So. They're too big. We need ways to use them on an A2 when they come back. Michelle, I just used one on an A2.
Yeah.
I like to put them on
and they were designed for 6x6 because back in the day, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure many of you have been with me for a very long time. That was my thing. I was obsessed with 6x6. Mm-hmm. But They do fit on. I mean, a lot of them fit better on like the sideways, the the horizontal one. But I mean, like you see there, Candi just put it right. And I was also obsessed with having the shadow. That was a really big thing. It
Yes.
like doubled the manufacturing cost, but I was like, I have to have. Oh yeah, that fits there.
Yep. So Celebrate is one of the bigger ones. Birthday's the biggest one. And it will fit just barely,
Mm-hmm.
Michelle. That's what I kind of do is I put them kind of horizontally, which is nice if you have a little like stamp that can say happy on top, or both of
Oh
them.
yes, a slim line. I didn't even think about a slim line.
Yes. They
Little
fit.
scrapbook pages. Mm-hmm.
They are very good for. I had my happy somewhere. I think it must have fallen off. So they do fit very, very well on both. And of course, Slimline and Mini are my favorite. So
I think Happy's probably the smallest out of the whole set.
yeah, and it's somewhere. It might be in with all the rest of my happies. I
Oh, look
started
at
doing
that
that.
background. What is on that? Is that Scarlet cardstock or is that
This
Holly?
one is Scarlet with the curtain call.
Oh my goodness.
I was playing with them all last night. I made a bunch of them because I was thinking about using just that tonight. This one is just the No Diving, Shooting Star, and Bee Sting.
That's so good. I
And
love a good
then
rainbow blend. And is that
this
what is that?
this is these two, Waitress and Angel of Music.
Here comes the other one.
And then this is Shooting
Beautiful.
Star and
Okay, all right, thank you.
Hi, Minnie. And Bee Sting with a shift. I shifted it over just slightly.
Oh, that looks like, you know what that looks like? That looks like that like the when you would like look through the glasses and it would like reveal a name. That's what that reminds me.
Yes.
It's one of my favorite black and white movies of all time is oh my goodness, the ghost movie. It's and you like wore these glasses. I mean, it was before my time, but I got it as an adult, and it was the 13 Ghosts. And you had like these special glasses, and you could see the ghosts if you wore the glasses.
Oh,
that's what that reminds me of.
I might have to find that for my daughter. She'd probably love that one. That sounds good.
Yeah, I'll send you a link to it. I just got it.
Okay.
I mean, you can watch it anywhere, but the glasses are the important part.
Well, yeah, and I would send her the glasses because that would be a good birthday present for her, especially around Friday the 13th. So no, that's just kind of all I have for tonight, really, I guess.
Did you say Friday the 13th?
Well, her birthday's is the 16th, but Friday the 13th is her favorite, obviously.
Oh, same. What is there a Friday the 13th this year?
There might be. We did get we got my dog on Friday the 13th last year. Or 2 years ago.
My birthday was supposed to be on Friday the 13th this year, or last year, but there was it's the leap year. No, it was this year.
Yeah. Thanks, Kelly. Yes, tomorrow. And I did put that in the community tab, that tomorrow's Bring Your Child to Work tab, so that if people look. Oh, September 13th this year.
September 13th. I just looked it up at the same time. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Tomorrow's going to be wild, everybody. I'm just letting you all know. Is that it sure is, my friend. Oh, wait. Do you want to see what I just got? I need to stop taking over Candi's
you're fine.
Candi's live feeds because with all of my toys.
It's all right.
I've got 2 new ones. Hold, please. This is the pirate ship. Yes. It's a big one.
Oh, wow.
But I'm only gonna do the pirate ship because I mean obviously there's other ones that you can do, but from what I've learned building all the Legos that I built, the main picture is the one that uses up most of your Lego pieces, so you don't have a ton left over in a 3-in-1. But this is my favorite one that I'm so excited to build, and I'm sure you all will be able to tell why. So this is the Friends set. In the house, it's what is it called? Hold on. What is this called? Heart Lake City Community Center. So it's a rainbow building. I mean, can you even? But it gets better because I already built, so you can add on a set. And of course, you're not going to be able to see it, but on the back, there is another set you can purchase right here, and it adds a purple one to the bottom. So then it goes pink, yellow, green, like bluish teal, and then purple on the bottom.
Oh,
and
fun.
I already built this shrub is really cramping my style. But I already built the purple one, and this is what it looks like. But it's the kitchen, and it has like, I don't know, they're the friend sets. I really like the friend sets because the scale is bigger. Because
That's
they don't,
awesome.
when you do the friend sets, they don't have minifigs. They have, or mini figurines, they call them the dolls. So the scale of the friend sets it's much bigger than what the whatchamacallit is. And so behind me, you can see I just started building all of my Lego shelving. So this behind me, right? This one that has the flowers on it now, that eventually is going to have the whole tower on it. So it's going to be, that's why that shelf is so big. It looks like it's way too big for the flowers, but I just put the flowers up there for now because I can't have an empty space. Ask anybody that's on the Brutus Monroe team if there's an empty space in the Brutus Monroe store. My eye starts twitching, and they like are running to grab stuff to put on the. They're like, "We didn't mean to not have an empty space. We're fixing it. Don't look. Cover your eyes." But yeah, so there's an exact replica of this lit shelf over next to it, and then I have a piece of glass that I had cut. It's like almost like, I think it's like a quarter of an inch thick that will go the entire expanse, and then it will get lit from below. So all of the big sets will go up there, because like the pirate ship is not going to fit on a shelf. There's a couple of other big ones that won't fit on a shelf because they won't fit because those shelves are 13 by 13 and it's just not going to fit.
I saw somebody the other day who it was a reel, and they were building a wall set with a black and white checker set, and it was all Harry Potter people, and they had the basilisk and the car, and it was really cool. I was like, I need that for my wall because I'm a huge Harry Potter fan.
What one is it?
I don't know. I don't know if you put a bunch of sets together, but he was just building a wall mount thing, and he put so like you would hang it on the wall, and it looked like shelves, and each little square had a different Harry Potter character, or he had a basilisk that went like through 6 or 7 of them, and he had the car.
You'll have to look up. You would love the Harry Potter brick heads.
Okay.
The brick heads are a lot of fun to build because they're a quick build. But they have one right now that you get 5 different Harry Potter characters, and they kind of remind me of like Funko Pops, but they're Lego Funko Pops. I don't have any here. All of mine are at work, but they're just really cool. They're like little figure. I mean, they're about this big that you build, but the Harry Potter ones that they just released are really, really cool. Oh, I have the Dobby Lego set. It's at work though. It's not here.
I hear the helicopter coming into town here, so it's going to get loud.
Uh-oh.
I'm only a block from the hospital, so. Well, I think that's all I have for tonight.
Me too.
So, thanks, guys. Thanks for letting us chat, and while you guys listen to us.
Thanks for letting us ramble to you tonight.
Yes. So have a good night, everybody. How Melissa? You know what? It's like a puzzle. You just kind of follow the directions, and start with one.
Are you talking about the Legos?
Yeah. How do you build those sets?
Oh well, I use the Lego app. It's so much easier than using the books, because you can, like, in the Lego app, you can physically turn the pieces to see how they fit together, and it makes it much easier. Much easier.
That's awesome. I didn't know there was an app. But
yeah.
Yes. Well, thank you guys all for have a great evening. Don't forget to go over and check out the No Day But Today and get your items, and I will see you guys next week.
Night, everyone.
Good night.